Y'all know how important helping the community is to me, and let's be honest, our communities need us right now. All of us. People are always asking me, Sheletta, how can I make a difference? Well, I have the answer. Xcel Energy is putting on its annual day of service, and you can take part. It's happening Thursday, September 8th through Sunday, September 11th. There will be nearly 80 nonprofit projects where you can volunteer to pack meals for folks in need, put together school supply kits, and more. Join thousands of your neighbors along with Xcel Energy employees. You can even get your kids involved. It's a meaningful opportunity for your entire family to make a difference. To learn more about Xcel Energy's Day of Service project, go to their website at www.xcelenergy.com/dosinfo. Do your part to give back to the places where we all live and work.
Get fast, reliable internet for any budget. Now qualifying customers can get Xfinity Internet free through the Affordable Connectivity Program. That's right, free high-speed internet from Xfinity. And Internet Essentials customers can get equipment included at no extra cost. Get started today.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm leaning on you. I am leaning on you, baby. What this? Lean on me.
Lean on me, baby.
Girl,
what's going on? What is going on in the world?
Girl, have we just raised an entire generation or two of dependent children? I don't understand what's going on. I'm looking on social media and I'm looking at pictures that my family members are sending me, and the kids are going on to college. You know, it's almost time for freshman check-in. These are first-time college students, and the parents are packing up everything. They're buying everything. They're setting up the rooms. They're putting decorations on the wall. They're buying mattress pads. What in the hell is going on? Because my mama did not go to University of Houston until graduation day.
I'm gonna tell you, I told you, I don't even think my dad knew what college I went to. He said Houston. I was like, I said, do you know what school I actually go to? He said, you go to Houston. But you know, they had Houston Community College, they had University of Houston, they had Houston Baptist. College. In my mind, I was like, okay, but that's not where I go. But okay, because it wasn't. I guess me and you, we didn't come up with times. I mean, I would love to have said that I'm a generation, the next generation, but I was really one of the first ones in my family to go to college. Me and my sister and some cousins. So college was like your choice. Got out there, 18 years old, you graduate from high school. What you doing?
Right, where you going?
What you doing? That was no 529. That was no money to be saved for my college. That it was really you're on your own. So I have to say that I think because of that, we didn't want our children to be that way. I mean, my kids are a little bit older, but it's no different. It was like, I'm going to college. I'm buying furniture. I'm buying land. I mean, it was crazy, the stuff that I had to do to send my kids to college. I mean, flying down there, going to Bed Bath and Beyond. And, because because they both went to school in California, which is a distance from Houston. Yeah. I'm over here in Southwest Airlines using the little thing to suck all the air out so I can get 50 pounds. Girl, we each had 2 suitcases, both 50 pounds each. That's when you can bring 50 pounds. Yeah, so we had 200 pounds of stuff, and I still went and bought stuff. So it's us. It's us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I'm looking at the photos, and there's clear bins from the container store made off real good right now, because they've got clear bins from the container store, and then they labeled it. I'm looking at one of the pictures on social media. One of my relatives, she's dropping off her daughter at college, and the bin got shoes in it, but the label on the bin got shoes in it. I'm like, damn, she can't even look through the clear bin and see that this is shoes, underwear. They packing everything. And I mean, scrolling through my timeline, it's making me want to throw up. Because I keep seeing more and more and more parents just doing
way too much
thing.
Way too much.
Girl, what the hell? What's next? Are they gonna stay and take the test? Are they gonna stay and go to class? Girl, we had survival skills. If we didn't have enough money, we went over our friends' houses and ate. If we got
Ramen noodles was our best friend.
Girl, I remember my friend got put out of her apartment. She came and stayed with me. I got put out of my apartment. I came stay with her. I stayed in your place looking for something to eat.
Girl,
I just can't believe.
We were hustlers. But we were hustlers because we didn't have that safety net of a parent saying, oh, you have a bill. I see them. Remember, you couldn't even bring your car. I'm hearing them bringing their car. That means they're going to be burning gas. That means
Insurance.
I'm like, no. You think about the cost. Not only the cost of school itself, all of this extra stuff. And heaven forbid if they pledge. Oh my God.
Oh my God. But this is the thing. Is it really teaching them any responsibility? They have no skin in the game. They have not made one sacrifice except to show up. And it's almost like a little vacation for them. Just this week, my son Andrew came to me and he said, I want to play football and the registration is $200. Yep. I said, where's your check from your job at McDonald's? And he said, well, that's the money that I spent for my birthday. And then I'm going to buy my girlfriend this and I'm going to do that. I said, son, that is your money. And I really sat him down because, I probably need to apologize because I was so damn mad and seeing what all these parents were doing for all these kids scrolling down my social media timeline, dropping them off at college. I said, son, let me tell you something. I'm never going to pay your rent. I'm never going to get you caught up on your bills. I'm never going to pay your car note. Because as a grown adult man, that is your responsibility. But, if you look at what everybody else is doing, I seem like the mean mama. I seem like the old bitch mama of those black people.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to lean on you because I did not do that. And I have a 25-year-old and a 23-year-old. I'm still paying car insurance because I keep saying, no, but your car insurance in their name, but I'm paying insurance. And I'm like, I'm watching. Did you get a ticket? So, I'm like, this ain't my responsibility here because, it became a mom, will you handling the car? No, you're driving the car. This is your car. You should be. And don't tell me, me and my girlfriend get real serious. We might want to get married. Not as long as I'm paying your insurance. No way. And I think I enabled them in the sense that I was like, I just wanted them to focus. I wanted them to, have some money when they got their big check, their little checks or whatever. But you know what? It's perpetual in the sense that you're doing good. If you do it now, it's probably best because I was already too deep in.
But Tina, this the thing. I look like the mean chick because I heard him on the phone talking to his little friend, and then when he got ready to go to bed, he asked me again about paying for his football stuff, and I was like, no, son, you have a job. I'm not going to fund your ambition. You ain't got no skin in the game.
And then you decide you want to quit. You want to quit 2 weeks in,
and then that's
you ain't paying for nothing.
And then this the thing, it's damn minus 20 degrees in Minnesota in October, in November, in December when he gonna be playing football. You really think he gonna be out there? You really think we gonna be out there? As much as I love and want to support my child, I do not want to be out there in that damn cold weather.
Yeah, so, and then you think about this is the $200 is just the tip of the iceberg. You got cleats, you got helmets, they gonna need. It's winter there. I'm sure they got all kind of sweatshirts and big things to put on, and to keep them warm.
Yeah,
girl,
that's the family commitment.
$200 will be $2,000 before you know it.
But Tina, where do you cut off? Can you cut off at this point? Can you say enough is enough? Because I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and she said, Sheletta, at the beginning of the year, I had $20,000 saved up. That's just, that's not my vacation account. That's not my, personal account. That's my rainy day, COVID might shut everything down account that I have on the side that I just put money in. She said, you know how much I have now? $2,000. Why? Because I got 2 kids that are draining me, and every month somebody needs help on their rent. Every month somebody needs me to buy something. Girl. Every month somebody needs something. And I was like, it's fucking August. How are you down like that? And I was like, so Tina, how do you, when you have the grown adult kids, you love them, you don't want to see them struggle, you don't want to see them go down, but how do you say, this is it, this is where I draw the line, this is where I cut it off?
So what I did when my son graduated from college, I was, he had, he messed up and didn't get in a dorm. So he had to get an apartment off campus. So of course now you don't have any renters credit.
History.
So now I got a co-sign for you to get an apartment. And of course, now my name is on the line. So of course, I'm not very good at it. So I'm gonna tell you, I ain't the one. So, but when he graduated from college, he stayed in that apartment. I kind of helped him a little bit. I kept doing a little bit at a time until eventually he said, "I think I want to move to Houston." I said, "Okay." And I act like a Bill. No, I ghosted him every time he said, "Mom, I'm going to look at an apartment." I said, call your dad, call your sister, I don't care who you call, don't call me. I ghosted to the point where he needed a place to stay. And I was like, you go figure it out. Because, so that was how I got out of that. But as a mother, like you said, don't want my child to struggle.
Yeah.
But, he said, so this is the guilt. And I'm going to tell you, this is where we go wrong. My son said, Mom, I did everything you asked me to do. Like, I'm a good kid, I'm respectable, I'm God-fearing, God-loving. My son, if he ain't an attorney, I don't know what the world, he laid it on. Mom, I didn't have any kids in high school.
And he not lying. Everything he's saying is 100% fact. He is a good kid.
Yes.
Lord, he ain't got no whole bunch of baby mamas. Baby.
And
went to college.
And he went and got a degree. And he got a degree. And you know what he said? He said, Mom, he said, I just, I think, I could be doing anything right now. He pretty much laid it out. You would either be paying for a lawyer to get me out of jail, or you'd be paying. He didn't say that, but that's how he said it. Because I could have been a bad kid, and you could have been having a whole bunch of stuff.
Money on my books, right?
I could have been having baby mamas all over the town.
And you be paying my child support to keep me out of jail. Which one you want to do, Mama?
What you want to do? And that's how it came across. He didn't say it, but that's how it said. I've been good. I've done everything.
I did you a favor because you didn't have no headaches. This money that you giving me not coming with headaches. This money that you giving me not coming to jail or the courthouse. You ain't paying for no lawyers. You ain't paying for no retainer. Pay this damn rent, Mama.
Yes. So he said, I'm getting off cheap pretty much. You getting off cheap because you ain't got to pay it all the time. And, I don't, he can't take care of it. He said, I might run a little short because he want to go buy a video game or do some, extra stuff with his girlfriend. I'm like, how come I'm not the miscellaneous? I'm not the miscellaneous fund. And that's where I'm at now. I'm the miscellaneous fund. And every week, every month, every year, I slowly do less and less and less.
Oh, so
it's kind of like I'm weaning.
Okay.
So, but hey, I got a 23-year-old daughter in another state. Same thing, Mom. I love the Lord, God fearing. She passion driven, and she's saying that she's being led to do something and working. Not in the cards for her right now. Not a real job. But Sheletta, it's my own fault because you want to support your kids, you want to do so much for them, but then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, if I don't do it, then I don't want other seek other means that may not be.
Yeah, and that's what a girlfriend of mine told me. Her son had an opportunity in California to go to an internship, and he didn't have no money, and she didn't have no money. And she was out here hustling up on some money to send him to California. And the very thing she told me was, I'm afraid if I don't give it to him, if I don't do it for him, he's going to find another way to get it. And it may not be the right way. Yeah. And so I guess you got to know your kids.
Yeah, but you got to know your kids. But I mean, if you plant that seed now that I ain't doing it, girl, you starting good. Because I'm telling you, I should have planted the seed to say I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I told him. But the thing is that like when he talking to these other kids, and he's seeing what they parents doing, I look like I am derelict of my duties. And I laid it all out. Girl, I was counting on my fingers. I'm never gonna pay your car note. I'm never gonna pay your insurance. Girl, he was talking to one of his siblings the other day, and they were like, well, Andrew, you got 2 more years. He was like, yeah, 2 more years until Mom kicks me out. Girl, I was in the other room. I came running in there. I said, let me tell you something. When you turn 18, I'm not kicking you out. At 18 years old,
Maybe
you are an adult and you have to
Mhm.
leave because you have to live your adult life. And adults don't live with their parents. So please
Mhm.
don't ever tell anybody I'm kicking you out. But
Yep.
on your 18th birthday,
Girl.
you have to go somewhere. And I'm not going to help you because with his check, what we're doing right now is we telling him to tithe 10%, spend 40, and save 50. Now, if he works and is diligent about working and saves his money the way we tell him, he gonna have enough money to buy all the containers he want, all the clothes he want, the furniture, have his little apartment and everything set up,
Get a
whatever
work
he
study.
wants to do,
Get him a work
whatever he
study.
wants to do. But I am not. I told him, girl, my exact words to him were, "Son, I'm not going to fund your ambition."
That's right. And I'm telling you, that's the best rule because I look at parents, they didn't sent their kids to school, they didn't label them containers. And you know what? A semester in, they be like, oh, I want to go do something different. Or I
Yeah,
don't
just
want
a
to
gap
graduate.
year.
I don't
Just
want
a
to go to
thing.
college. Or
Yeah, the
I don't
gap
want, I
year.
don't want, oh, the big thing now is, I don't want to have to pay back all that money for college. That's a
Yeah.
waste. So right now, so you didn't with your parent and went through all of this to get you in school, help you. Nobody help you. I don't know about you. I don't even
Nobody
think
helped me.
nobody helped me do nothing.
Nobody
Not
helped
fill
me.
out a Pell Grant form, not apply,
Nothing.
not pay an
Not
application
a
fee,
book,
nothing.
not a tablet, a pen, or a pencil.
Like I
Girl, I
said,
didn't have no car before I got my little raggedy car. I was catching a bus. Girl, nobody dropped me off for shit. I was carrying all them books and all that stuff because we lived off campus and I was
yes,
on the
we
bus and I was going back and forth to and from. Girl, mama and them was not playing with us. But you know what? That helped us to appreciate what we had.
yes,
Because I got a
yeah.
girlfriend right now. Her daughter taking a gap year. I said, well, what is she doing in the gap year? Girl, she at home just drawing pictures and posting them on social media. She go to all the protests. She go to all the rallies. I'm like, she need to be going to all the damn jobs.
Classes
Because
and
the gap
something.
year, girl, they take the gap year is just that. They don't want to do nothing. They
Yeah,
want
you
to
mean I don't know what I want to do right now, and I don't want you bugging me right now. Pretty
girl,
much.
not in my house. You
Not
you
in my
can
house.
gap at your place wherever you find. Because at
Mm-hmm.
18, girl, you got to get out of here. You
Yeah,
got to
and
go.
I tell you, you know what? I used to feel so bad. I'm thinking, even in high school, I'd be like, I gotta have my plan because when graduation day come, it wasn't no big party and send off. Girl, it was, are you going to the
Bye.
military? Are you going to college? Are you going to work? If you go and work,
Three.
where you living? But if you living here, how much you paying? This is they gonna tell. So it was all mapped out. So it was like pick where you
Pick your
going. Pick what
poison.
you do.
Pick
Pick
your
your
poison.
poison.
Yeah. And
Because
I told Andrew that girl, he thought I was playing. He had to call my mama. I said, your grandmother had me paying rent. I said, I had to
I
pay
had to pay the home phone bill just to have call waiting. Because my mama said we pay for the basic service.
if
You
you
remember
want
they
something
had
extra, you
call
gotta pay
waiting,
for it.
star
Yes.
69. It was an extra. You pay for it. If you want that three-way calling, I had to pay. I was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I couldn't even get the phone cord. I couldn't even go get the long cord so it come in my room. I still
Oh
had to.
no. Yeah,
I
you
still
still
had
had
to
to talk in
have
the
to
kitchen.
talk on the phone in the den.
Yeah, where everybody could hear you. Yeah. But you know, I think that worked in us, like you said, a hustler spirit. And we can't even be mad at these kids when they don't want to work or they want to be, going out and doing their own thing, quitting jobs just because they don't like it. Girl, we could never quit a job because we
I
ain't
worked at a grocery store when I was 16 years old, and the guy was like, well, do you have a test or something? He said, well, I said, I'm just going to go in the back and study. I had to work. If I did not work, I didn't know. You know what? Nobody was like, I would almost say probably by 16, 17, they was kind of like, girl, you on your own.
Yeah, over here too. Yeah.
I was on my own.
And now they 26 and still ain't on their own. What in the hell? And we ain't helping them. We ain't helping them with the way we dropping them off at college.
And I love my son, but he said, Mom, he calls me the agent. So I'm no longer mom. I'm his agent. So you know what, an agent girl. So I'm the agent. So everything, and that's the other part. I didn't tell my parents nothing. They know nothing unless I told them. They tell me everything. And I really, sometimes I be thinking, do I really want to know everything? But I'm the agent. There you go.
Girl, well, I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know how we get it straight. I don't know how we get it squared away.
I say you do what you're doing, and you know what? Just make them responsible because I think, I'm a program project manager. People are engaged when they have stake in the game. They ain't got no stake in it. They don't care. They not gonna champion no cause that they don't have some benefit behind. If I'm going to college because my mama wanted to buy all this stuff and prop me up in this room and tell all her friends I went to college.
Come on, preach that.
That is no stake in the game. Stake in the game is, oh my gosh, I want a degree. I want to be this. I want to do this, and I'm gonna do this to get there. And mama gonna sit there and say, hey, go take care of it, do it.
Get it done. Get it done. Get it done.
And you get it done, and not mom, because it's a ricochet effect in the sense that when you do it in college, when they move on to the real world, they're gonna need mama. Okay, I gotta get a light. I gotta get my phone. I gotta get furniture. So it continues on. It doesn't stop. You're always a part of their plan or a part of their process. If you say, girl, like me, I'm like, I went to McFrugal's. You remember McFrugal's on
Yes.
And me and Yvette, we had $40 each. We went in there and we bought everything from our first apartment. Yeah. And we even bought a sofa. We had $500 to buy a sofa, love seat, bed, and everything. And we went right over there for Beach Nut, and we bought the whole dining room and living room for $455.
It was high fiving because y'all was girl.
And I tell you, because they was like, oh, y'all ain't got no furniture. I said, we gonna hustle this up. We negotiated so because we had to.
We had no choice.
We had no choice. They did let us bring our beds from our home to our new apartment.
Oh yeah, they did.
But I'm gonna tell you, my daddy was looking at me like, I don't know what you think you're doing. That's my bed. What I'm gonna do? You can't sleep in two beds, Pop.
Yeah. But girl, I just, girl, you go through this life, especially with these kids. Ain't no manual, ain't no blueprint. You're doing what you think you can, and girl, you just look around and say, "Damn."
Yeah, and we're so protective for our kids because we know the world can be a very cruel
It's horrible.
And I think that's the other piece is that we want to give them that stepping stone, that foot in the door that we didn't get. And we know someone else is not going to do unless it's somebody, they have, a true interest in what they're doing. So we trying to make up. So I said that's a systemic racism thing.
Yeah,
it's a perpetual cycle in the sense that because we didn't come from money. So we got money now. Yeah, but we ain't even got new money, girl. I don't even know what kind of money
we still use that old money, right?
But we using that money to kind of get our kids a foot in the door, but without a foundation. It's kind of like, hey, my mama want me to do this. My daddy said to do this.
Yeah. And I told Andrew the other day, I said, son, I don't have anybody to lead a company to. I said, because your ass gonna blow through it like a hot knife through butter. Mm-hmm. Brandon maybe. But
Cameron,
right?
Cameron, a lawyer.
LeBoss lady. But girl, it's just like, I don't know. But I know one thing. I'm telling you, every time I look up on social media and I see somebody with them damn containers and they go, girl, one parent told me that she was walking through the campus with her child to see where the classes were. They got the schedules. They know where their kids are supposed to be, what time, what classes. Girl, it's just like, when does the mothering, that type of mothering stop? I don't want to be a part of that particular cycle. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm gonna tell you, my friend, her daughter went to Ivy League school, went through the whole summer, never said a word. That girl was pregnant. That girl was home by January. So she get out of high school, got pregnant, went to the school whole year, come back for Christmas, she got a belly. So I'm gonna tell you, she did everything. And and then now you got to, and the thing about it is that mom was so focused on getting that child in the Ivy League school, and doing all this stuff. That child was doing all kind of stuff all summer long, and got in the car, went on, and so now she's faced with, she came back home this summer with a baby. She got a baby. You a freshman, so and it was the focus, and I blame us. We got to be focused on the end result, not, the here and now and what it's, because, if my son said, I want to be a gamer, you know what? I think if I, in hindsight, I probably would say, don't worry about college. Go do that.
Yeah.
But because I think he would have put more into it himself than me saying, you got to get a degree. We got to break that glass ceiling. We got to at least, get past
break the cycle.
yeah. So, and he was like, yeah, mom, and he will throw it in my face. I did that all for you.
He ain't lying. That's calm, Paul. He telling the absolute truth. But the thing is that, like you said, they ain't got no skin in the game. They ain't got no stake. They're not a stakeholder. They're a placeholder. And when you start looking at other people on social media, because girl, peer pressure is a bitch. And these parents are looking at each other, and they are all trying to outdo each other. When you look at what they're doing to these kids' rooms and how they're taking them up there and how they're showing out with, the furniture. And, one of our friends was telling us about the new thing is designers. They're designing. These are temporary rooms that don't belong to
you. And you may not even like that damn roommate and have to move next week. How many roommates did both of us have?
Go through, okay? How many times in the semester?
My niece had 5 different roommates at the 4 years she was there.
And the thing about the dorms is you're gonna be home in 4 months while you designing a room so that the optics look good on Facebook, so you can show out on Twitter, so you can TikTok.
Oh, and they going all. I mean, I didn't see some designs. I'd be like, really, girl?
Yeah, they doing too much, and the parents are living vicariously through these kids. And at some point, like you said, we have got to wake up. We've got to smell the coffee, and we got to look at, and I like what you said about looking at the end result. Today is one thing, but 4 or 5 years from now, where are they going to be? What will they have learned? And none of us are getting it all right, but I think if we can listen and just take a minute and pause and look at what's going on around us and hear one another, we can all take pieces of that and become better people.
Yeah, and then another piece is stop putting your opinion on what you. Oh, I think you should go into. Let them tell you what they want to study, what they want to do, what they're playing. Because you remember my freshman year, I was so confused. I was in nursing school. I was in psychology. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be a lawyer. I was everything.
Yeah.
Because at that point, but I knew I wanted to graduate from college. That was all me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was gonna be in. But I was graduating from college.
You had to go.
Yeah, but if your kid is not saying, I need to go to college for this, then you definitely need to sit back and just wonder, okay, well, what do you want to do with your life? The question should be, what do you want to do with your life?
Yeah.
Because you can't we could figure it out in college. They don't have that luxury right now. They walk in there. You got to know what graduate school you going the day you go into your first freshman class.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, because everything leads to the next degree or the next
thing.
Step, the next thing. Us, we could go and get a liberal arts.
Right. And keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
Later. Not today.
Not today.
The world moving too fast. And the world was so much slower before the social media, before the internet, Before
legalized marijuana. Girl.
Right. Yeah.
Marijuana was legal. Girl.
Yeah.
I know it's a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
we know a lot of
right. Yeah.
Because now that's a distraction. Not only is a cell phone, social media, they got all of this. You come from Texas, you move to California, you go to Colorado to go to school. You're gonna be exposed to some stuff you ain't seen before.
No. And if you don't have, like you were talking about earlier, that foundation, you got and that's what scared me about my kid and peer pressure and being impulsive and your whole brain ain't formed and you just a kid.
Exactly.
And you got seasoned folks, moving you in one direction or another. And I think that's why a lot of times we say, okay, I'll take care of it. Okay, I'll pay for it. Okay, I'll make sure you get in there. Okay, I'll set it up for you, because we don't want to see them fall by the wayside.
We don't. And I mean, it's too, it's a double-edged sword. I mean,
it is.
We doing exactly what we wanted to do to make sure our kids have everything, but the outcome could be, positive or negative.
Right.
It depends on the situation.
All we can do is pray. Well, God, this has been fun and therapeutic. Girl, I tell you, I'm gonna have me a drink as soon as the show is over.
Yes, because I'm telling you, I'm a drink just because, because I was like, even just school supplies. I'm like, with inflation, I'm just, my heart is just ache for these parents that have
Please,
to go.
you know, I got
four
going back.
Yeah, look, I got a fund for you. Look.
Please help a sister out.com.
Yes. It used to be like Cash App. That's so rude. Girl, here's my Cash App.
Yeah. All right, girl. Well, holla.
Holla. Love you.
Love you too.
Read it. Hey. Read it. Hey. Read it. Hey. Read it. Hey.
At Hy-Vee, we take pride of being part of the communities we serve. In 2021, we donated more than 14 million meals, and this year, we're committed to doing even more. For over 90 years, we've been the place that people turn in time of need, and we take that very seriously. That's why we're loading our semis full of food this week and making deliveries across the Midwest to help families this Easter. To join our effort, simply donate when you're at the checkout. Together, we can make a big difference for those in need.
When my daughter was first diagnosed with autism, I didn't know what to do because I knew she qualified for services and resources for people with disabilities. But trying to figure out how to manage everything was overwhelming. So I turned to the folks at Accra Home Care for help because for 30 years, they've helped families like mine and provided self-guided personal care assistance services and financial management assistance for their developmentally delayed and elderly loved ones. The folks at Accra helped us get a fence so my daughter could play outside in the backyard safely and even showed me how to use the resources to get a trampoline. And that's just a couple of the things that Accra Home Care does. Whether it's assisted living, mental health, or home health care, they've got you covered. Accra will make sure your loved ones who need services actually get it. Go to their website at acrahomecare.org or give them a call at 952-935-3515.
All right, did you know I was the mommy slam dunk champion?
Really?
Yes, really, don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left. Fake a mom. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
Uh-huh.